I got an appointment for my janitorial client in Denver with a church. It's about 60,000 square feet. They currently have in-house cleaners but are interested in outsourcing for it, so we're going to go give them a quote next week.
Yeah, I got an appointment for my partner up in Philly earlier this morning. Talked with the director at a larger company. I can't forget what they do, but regardless, they have a couple companies they work with for cybersecurity. They're on a contract currently, but coming up towards the end of the year, and a lot of what they do, we specialize in. So he was open to meeting, especially after talking about our expertise and having our own security operations center. Have about 107 users, looking to add more by the end of the year, but we got that set up for next Wednesday, so that should be a pretty good one.
Grabbed one today from my IT client up in Toronto. IT manager for a nonprofit that I've spoken to a couple times. Mentioned that they're not necessarily looking for a change at the moment, but definitely does not like their current IT provider. So we're going to be meeting with them next Tuesday. They've got about 50 users across 3 or 4 locations, so it should be a really good opportunity to get a foot in the door. If we can get them changed now, great. If not, when they do look to change down the line, we'll be right there.
All right, got 2 for my commercial cleaner out in Wichita. One was with a hydraulics center. I spoke with their HR director. She said she oversees all the cleaning services. Want us to come out there and check out the facility. It's roughly about 17,000 square feet, so it should be a pretty good one. And then my other one I got for them was a manufacturing facility. Spoke with their operations manager. Said they wanted us to take a look at their office spaces and a couple bathrooms in the facility and possibly some other things. So we're going to go out there next week as well. Check that one out, and that one's roughly about 30,000 square feet, so both should be pretty good.
We got a good one today from my roofer down in Houston. They just had a hurricane rolling through there, so spoke with the manager of a 40,000 square foot manufacturer. Told me they got active leaks and problems from the storm, so we're going out there next week. Check it out.
I had 2 appointments with my roofing client in Miami this morning. The first one, I spoke with the operations manager at a big kitchen and manufacturer. They make like cabinets as well, so it's a big 50,000 square foot metal building. They had the roof put on a year and a half ago, so I was just trying to basically shoot him over email, and then he said that the roofers that came out there last time and put it on did a really bad job. So we're going to go out there, give him another quote, and hopefully fix the damage that they already did. The second one was a property management company. I spoke with the receptionist. She said that he was in a meeting, so just shot him over an email. He emailed me about an hour later, said that they want a new metal roof for one of their buildings. It's around 20,000 square feet, so we're going to go out there next Tuesday and look at that one. So yeah, it was a pretty good morning for my guy in Miami.
Ben? For U.S. Solar Development in Pennsylvania. Those are the manufacturers, like 50,000 square feet. You're just down the climb. Let's go! First one, right? Yeah, first one. Nice job. Nice job. Ms. Dillon?
Yeah, I got one for my cleaner in Denver. It's a church that's like 60,000 square feet, and they have cleaners, but I think they want to go outside, so we're going to go next week.
Small one for Stassmeyer. It's a growing law firm. They're about 5 users right now, but the main attorney and owner is handling everything, so wants to see what it would look like to outsource. 2 locations, no physical servers, but we're going to go meet with them in a couple weeks.
I got a decent one for 403 Tech up in Toronto. IT manager at this nonprofit said he's only been in the position for about 6 months. They're not necessarily looking to make a change immediately, but he does hate their MSP. So he's open to talking with us. They got about 50 users, 4 locations, so talking with him next week.
Let's go. Let's go. Anybody else? Post deals, proposals?
Mace?
Yeah, I got finally closed the big one for my client out in Toledo. It's $17,950 monthly recurring, $30,000 in commission. I did get an update on 2 other ones as well from my client out in Charlotte. One of them, they gave us some feedback on the proposal we sent out. It's $10,700, I believe, monthly recurring. Really like it. It's cheaper than what they're paying now, and they're getting more bang for their buck on that side of things, so that one's looking really promising. And then I got a verbal for $6,250, I believe, monthly recurring. Same client. They're waiting on a couple. It's a manufacturer. They just signed into the aerospace industry, so they're waiting on a couple of different things from their new client, and then they fully intend on signing with us for the end of the week. So,
got 2 appointments for my solar client in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania today. It's their first month with us, so I'm happy I got these 2 on the same day for them. One was with a manufacturer with a 50,000 square foot building. The other was with another manufacturer about 30 minutes down the road. They have a 100,000 square foot building with a 20-acre piece of land just across the street that they own. Those guys are spending about 50 grand a month on power. So we're excited to start talking to them and get that relationship going and see how much money we can save them.
Yeah, I got a good appointment for my client in Miami today. It's a fuel additive transportation company, around 50 users, a little over 50. It's with the corporate controller / IT director. Looking to explore options. Currently working with a couple companies right now, but looking to see what's out there. Should be a good one.
Yeah, got one for my Savannah client today with a nonprofit. They're currently under contract with the provider, but they're looking for some cheaper services, so we're going to go out there next week. They have 30 users and 2 servers.
Got one for my client out in Jacksonville. It is with a charity organization. Spoke to the guy who handles the IT over there. They currently have something in place as far as outsourcing goes. About 25 users, a couple servers that they're looking to decommission. Looking to meet next week, and should be pretty good one.
Just got a great one for one of our IT clients out in California. It's a treatment center. They're at 15 users and some additional devices. They've actually never had IT before, so they're taking bids and really learning what they need to have to be safe and secure. We're excited to meet with them at the end of the month.
Alrighty, I got 2 appointments today. My first one was this morning for my client up in Myrtle Beach. It is with a law firm, so they're a little bit smaller, about 5 users right now, but they are growing. They actually just added an employee recently, so not using anybody for IT or cybersecurity support right now. He's kind of just doing everything on his own, but he wants to hear what it would look like to work with a company, so we're going to be with him here in a couple weeks. Should be a good conversation. The other one I just got was one that I was hunting down for a while for my software development company that I'm working with out in Ohio. So this client is prospects out in California. Organization, I'm not sure the size, but decent size. It's actually looking to build a custom vendor portal. So talk with the guy who's kind of in charge of the project. He doesn't have a scope of it yet. He isn't really sure what it's going to look like. So been chatting with him over the last few weeks about it, and finally got him to nail down time. So we're going to meet with him virtually, him and one of the other decision makers on Friday to discuss a little bit more about what the scope looks like, give him some ideas, and hopefully it leads somewhere. It sounds like a really great opportunity for my client.